what is going on, guys? So it is Friday afternoon, and I have been spending all morning working on the 240 and the FRS. With the 240, I basically just wanted to get all of the interior back in, just from, completely getting all of the dog hair and all of the nasty crumbs that have accumulated in the car. And I got all of that done this morning. And with the FRS, the reason why it's been taking so long to fix is because I've been waiting on replacement parts to ship. And luckily, the last of the parts that I needed shipped today. So instead of spending a lot of time filming, the last couple things that I needed to do, I figured I would install them and just quickly run through them with you guys. So basically, all I was waiting for this week was my replacement coilover and lower control arm from Parts Shop Max. I really owe a big shout out to the guys over at PBM or Parts Shop Max. I needed a new rear lower control arm since you can obviously tell that this is bent. And I needed a new damper because I really think that I might have blown this strut. So everything's installed on the car. I'm really hoping that this solves the issue as to the tire being tucked up underneath the fender a little bit. I know some of you guys are saying that it is my subframe, but I don't really think that's the case. I mean, if this doesn't solve the issue, then it most likely is, and I'll just go ahead and order a new subframe. But I'm really crossing my fingers that this solves the issue. My friend Sebastian, the one with the blue BRZ that we were drifting with in the last video, he inspired me to want to take out all of the unnecessary plastic crap underneath the car. So that is something we're going to tackle in this video too. Because let's face it, I'm not dailying the car, so the fender liner isn't really needed. And it's just kind of getting in the way with the new Rocket Bunny fenders that I've installed. But for now, I really just want to get this thing out driving. So I'm just going to zip tie all this crap up. All right, the car is on the ground. The rear driver's side isn't looking as bad as it did before. I really think that this bump right here is skewing your perception of how it looks like. But I think I'm ready to take this car out now. Well, because I'm an idiot, I locked my keys in the trunk, and it's my only set that I have here back home. My other set of keys is in Orlando. So I quickly rigged up 2 coat hangers, and I am trying to hit the unlock switch, which is right there. I feel like an absolute idiot right now. So the coat hanger just was not cutting it. I could get the end of the hanger to press against the unlock button. So I found a flimsy, thin piece that basically helps attach the front bumper, and I was able to squeeze it into the door seal. I think this is gonna get it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so close. You can see that I'm basically pressing against the unlock button. I just can't get it. Oh my gosh, right when I was about to give up and just drive to Orlando, this stupid thing worked and I was able to unlock the car. Now we can finally take her out. And she's out of the garage. You can obviously see how I'm going to need to adjust the arms up front. Steering wheel's straight, but the tire definitely isn't. But I'm just so happy that she's finally driving. So I'm gonna jack up the front of the car and get everything aligned, at least to the best of my ability. But I'm not sure if you guys can hear that slight putter. That noise is basically my Tomei exhaust that has cracked yet again in the same spot. I have reached out to Tomei to see if I could get a replacement mid-pipe, since it is the mid-pipe that's broken, and I haven't heard back from them. So in the meantime, I picked up a track pipe from one of my friends here in St. Augustine. So it is getting dark on me, and while I had the car up, I had realized that I have virtually no preload on this coilover here. This is the passenger side coilover. You can see just how easy it is for me to spin this spring. And what I need to do is to get this collar to move, but it is pretty much seized on there. But it is super late, so I'm just gonna go to sleep and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, it is the next day, and I'm getting a super late start on getting to work on the FRS. But for a really good reason. Now, I really wanted to make a separate video for this, but I didn't really know how to go about it. So without further ado, the reason why I am so late to getting to work on the FRS today is because of this. I have purchased a trailer and a truck. So I know you guys would expect for there to be like some type of special announcement. This was just something that I've been planning on for a while, just because, you know, the last event, if I were to be anywhere else other than 30 minutes away from home, I would have been totally screwed. And I am set to go all over Florida for drift events, and maybe even, you know, the Southeast United States. Now, this isn't the main point of the video. The main point is to be able to get the FRS done. And another reason why I had to like kind of squeeze this into this video is because my buddy Andrew is hooking me up with an alignment tomorrow. Now, he's up in Jacksonville, and that's a good 45 minutes away from me, and I really don't want to be driving this thing out of alignment that far. So the truck and trailer are actually coming in super handy. And for those of you wondering what I'm going to do with the 240, let me just drop another bombshell on you guys. So since I really want to get my dad behind the wheel of a drift car, I had picked up a welded diff from one of my friends. Now, yes, I know the 240 is bone stock, but if you guys have been around for a while, you know that this thing was owned by an old lady for like 15 years, so I know it wasn't beat on. And I know for a fact that I will keep really good care of this car, even though it's going to be drifted. And since I already have the FRS as my drift car, why not give it to my dad? I think he would be tickled to death to know that I want to give him this car. You never know. If my dad really enjoys drifting, maybe we'll get a cage and then him and I will tandem together. Father-son tandems sound pretty cool, don't they? So if you guys... Oh my gosh, my phone keeps going off. There was a couple videos ago that you guys had heard my ringtone. Yes, it is the Cash Me Outside girl. Nacho, what are you doing? Silly boy. There we go again. Good old ringtone. You want to say hi to the video, huh? Leave Wally alone. Anyways, oh wait, look who just showed up. It's Chris. You ready to get dirty? Well, you don't have to get that dirty. You don't want to ruin the Hoonigan shirt.
This is my car shirt. See all that brake fluid on it?
Oh, I see. Good deal. Now that Chris is here, it will be perfect motivation to finish up the FRS. I got the coil over mounted. We're good to go. If there's anything left to do, it's to install the track pipe and just make sure that I have a decent alignment up front. Lightweight, huh? But unfortunately, you guys can see just how much worse the crack has gotten. That's pretty gnarly, jeez. And that's exactly why we're throwing on the track pipe.
Tell me news about the man of many.
Oh boy, so now I own a straight piped FRS. Well, I guess it was kind of straight piped before, but now it just sounds so obnoxious now that I don't have any type of muffler.
Oh, it sounds the same at idle.
Jesus. So after taking the car out for a spin, we're in limp mode, so I'm limited to how fast I can drive the car in every gear. Chris is taking a look at all of my fuses to make sure everything's okay. I do have a Bluetooth OBD2 reader, and it's saying that we have a speed sensor issue, which makes sense. And we're gonna pull the ABS fuse to see if it at least allows us to not be in limp mode. So Chris and I basically have the FRS drivable. The steering wheel's a little bit off center just because of the tow issue that I'm still having on the car. The car is still going into limp mode, even though I tried clearing all the codes. I checked all the speed sensors and those all seem fine. So maybe it's one of the speed sensor wires. I'm not 110% sure. I'm sorry about this. I know I've been going on a couple days this weekend with the videoing, but I will see you guys in the morning. Before I go, big thank you to Chris for coming out and helping me with the car. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but he does have a 240 with a cage, so we need to be tandem drifting soon. You promise?
Oh yeah.
What's your Instagram? It's Powers Drift?
Powers Drift.
Powers Drift. Guys, check him out on Instagram, please. He's a good friend. So like I said earlier, my friend Andrew is actually helping me out with an alignment. So I am taking the FRS to him. Andrew actually drives a green S13. His car is super nice. Hopefully he'll bring it here. And it's pretty funny because I asked him how much I would owe him for this, quick alignment. And he just said to bring him some sugar-free Red Bull. And that is exactly what I did. Look who it is. Oh man, I love his car. What's up, dude? I was just telling them I love your car. Here you go, sir.
Thanks, man.
No, thank you. Andrew just informed me that this alignment rack / machine costs 60 grand. That is insane. What does it have underneath?
It's got an airline. We got some lights here. Most aren't gonna have. Yeah.
That's what $60,000 worth of alignment rack gets you.
It gets you.
I did a decent job self-aligning it
Yeah, it's not
on the
too bad.
driver's side, but passenger not so much.
Yeah, it's not. It's not bad at all.
Really? Okay, good deal. Oh, but that rear toe looks like it's kind of off. Andrew and I don't like using bump stops, so that's why you see the toe arm here is kind of chewed up on the threads because it rubs on the inner lip of the RPF1 on full lock.
Yeah, my RPF1 is destroyed. Rubbing against my controller.
Really?
I had to rebalance the wheels when I got back.
RPF1 squad, you know it. So right now, Andrew is adjusting for caster. We started it at what, I think it was like 7 degrees?
Yeah.
And he's adjusting the arm and he's turning it so it's essentially pushing it out more so we can get our 6 degrees in. Look at that. Andrew's the man. Andrew knocked out the passenger side rear. Time for the driver's side rear. And I feel so bad because all of these locking collars that PBM has on all of their arms are super annoying. Give Andrew some props on toughing it out.
Just in the way
Yeah.
of everything.
While Andrew's being super productive, I figured I'd try to at least stay half as productive as him by removing all of this unnecessary plastic. There we go. I do not have any more fender liner. It is kind of concerning though, especially since the headlight bulbs and all of that stuff is right there. So rocks and water and stuff is gonna get kicked at it. But I don't daily the FRS anymore, so it's kind of okay. But now that I have the fender liner removed, I pretty much pinpointed the reason why the bumper won't clip in and where exactly it's bent on the driver's side. You look at this metal piece right here and how straight it is and how it's not cocked up and compare it to this side, you can see how it's bent and positioned up a little bit. And it's unfortunate because this is spot welded into the frame. So this is just gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna have to hammer it and just try to push it back down. So the FRS is aligned. We got good specs all around. One issue down, one more to go. The whole issue with the limp mode. We still have to figure that out. So I just took a couple nice photos of the FRS and Andrew's S13. I still can't get over how nice this thing is. Not to mention, We both have RPF ones. I really have to hand it to Andrew though for spending all of this time getting the alignment squared off on the car. I'm gonna put a link to his Instagram in the description, so make sure to check out his car. I mean, you hear me talk about it so much. It's nice. So what is the game plan from here? Well, I gotta drive back to Orlando tonight. There's a drift event coming up this weekend at the Green Coast Dragway, the same track where I wrecked the car. And see, it sucks because they're shutting down the track, and this is my last time that I'll be able to get some type of redemption for hitting the wall. And I'm really hoping that I'm gonna be able to get the car squared off as far as all of the speed sensor issues and all of that by this weekend. It's just gonna be really difficult because I'm not here in town to be able to work on the car. I don't work or have class on Fridays, so you can guarantee that I'm going to be doing everything I can to get the FRS driftable. That way, Andrew and I will be able to tandem together. That would be a lot of fun. But enough of me talking. Thank you all for subscribing. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you next time. Peace.